Hey, each week at this time we do something called a community moment, where we invite someone from the Oasis community to come up and share kind of a thought for the day. Sometimes it's a life experience you want to share, a topic you've been struggling with, all kinds of creative community moments. If you'd like to do one, please get with me. I would love to get you on the calendar. Today is first-time community moment presenter, one of our Oasis physicians, and there he is, Will Jeudy. Welcome. He's going to talk to us about urgent care versus ER. How do you choose?
That's chord changes, by the way. All right. Come up in a bit. Hello, my name's Will. I'm an urgent care physician at a place called Next Level Urgent Care. And I was asked to talk to tell you guys the difference between urgent care and emergency room. So no doubt you all have seen all these freestanding buildings pop up all around town over the years. So basically, ER or urgent care are an extension of your regular primary care doctor. So if something happens to you after hours, on weekends, holidays, and the regular doctor can't see you, then that's what we're there for. So which one do you go to? There are some differences, and I just have this one slide, so you can kind of go to this one. It's be more of a vocal deal and question and answer deal. But if that's something that happens to you is life-threatening or potentially life-threatening, then that's emergency room. If you think you're having a heart attack or a stroke, have a bout of atrial fibrillation in the middle of the night, then don't delay. That's emergency room. So, what else did I put up there? Oh yeah, some of the no-brainers. If you fall down, hit your head, and are knocked out for an extended period of time, again, that's emergency room. So. Now, urgent care, that's dealing more with non-life-threatening injuries. That's what I do, that's what we do. Let me go back. So, it's really confusing as far as what these buildings do, but if the sign says emergency room or ER anywhere on the sign, then it's an emergency room, it's gonna bill you as such, but they're gonna be stocked as an emergency room. So, some of the differences are on the left-hand side. Urgent cares tend to be much more cost-effective. We charge really less than an emergency room, and usually much quicker. It kind of varies from place to place and time of day you go, but in general, that's kind of the differences. So non-life-threatening stuff to go to the urgent care for, it's a big list of things. Laceration, broken bones, you fall down and the bone's not sticking out of your arm if you think you broke it. X-ray facility, we have X-rays to kind of see what's going on. If it's an illness, if you have a bladder infection or a bad cold that's been going on for a long period of time, we can check it out, all right, treat it. So, I forgot what, so it's a big range of things. Boils, all right, if you have a third eye that needs lancing. We can poke it with a scalpel and take the pus out. So it's a big old range of things we can do. And it's kind of confusing sometimes. It's a big gray zone as to what, hey, should I go to the ER? Should I go to the urgent care? I definitely get that. So actually Richard Andrews and I were, he's one of the other physicians in the group, in the black hat. We were talking about it last week, and we kind of decided on a few things that everyone here is really awesome, and that we would like to make ourselves available for any questions, medical questions that you guys have. So text, call, message on the Facebook, whatever form. I know it can kind of happen at any time, so I think we're both used to getting calls or whatever in all times of day. So we it's kind of in its infancy. We'll probably send out some information, cell phone numbers and such. But again, if you have a question, feel free to give us to contact us. Hey, my kid fell down, or hey, I might be dehydrated. It's a huge gray zone. But it's kind of it.
We have time for a couple questions.
Of course, yeah.
So imagine the reason for the cost differential is that the emergency room probably has more people on staff and more like resources in terms of machines and stuff. Can you just explain maybe just some of the differences between that kind of staffing at the emergency room and what they have versus what's there?
Yeah, there's a big reason for the cost differential, right? So he's asking why the difference in the cost between urgent care and ER. Yeah, ER's staffed as an emergency room, so they're going to have a CAT scan, they're going to have on-site labs, they're going to have emergency room physicians. Staff is usually not overbearing staff. The freestanding ERs are staffed pretty much like you will see in the ones connected to a hospital. Maybe not everything, but everything you would need in an emergency. So yeah, they got to pay for the CAT scans and the lab and stuff. And it's just an ER emergency, they tend to get higher costs or higher reimbursement. So.
Do they have more doctors at the emergency room than emergency care facility?
The freestanding ones, no, depends. Depends on how big the facility is, but it's usually one or two providers, doctors at each. So,
Sorry, I got the mic pads. We were talking about this a little bit before, but talking specifically about the freestanding emergency rooms versus an emergency room at, like, say, Memorial Hermann. These freestanding centers have come under a lot of criticism. There was an article in the Chronicle recently about some of the freestanding emergency rooms being a little bit predatory in how they bill and how they disclose their billing. Is there ever a situation where someone would want to go to a freestanding ER versus the ER at Memorial Hermann?
Yeah, it's a whole other talk, and again, it's a lot of gray zone. It depends really on what is happening to you at the moment. If you really know that you are going to be admitted into the hospital, then you probably should go to a ER that is connected to a big old hospital, because it's just right upstairs and it's an elevator right up there. So if you're not quite sure if you're going to need an overnight stay, then the freestanding ERs, they'll definitely do the trick. But if the freestanding ER is right down the street, and then you have your appendix is about to burst, they'll stabilize you. They'll arrange for transport. So you should feel free to go to the freestanding ER, whatever situation. But again, if you contact me, text me, and hey, it's my appendix. And I think, okay, well, it's only so much we can do over the phone, but if I think, man, your appendix is probably going to burst, probably should go to a hospital-based ER if that's an option for you. So, yeah.
So,
she has a microphone.
What agency defines these various places and provides oversight to them to give us some more guidance?
Well, the ERs have been around for a long time, so they have their own oversight committees. I'm not an ER physician, so I don't know exactly who. The what?
A legal definition?
How do they categorize between urgent care versus emergency? Who's doing that categorization?
How are they categorized and who does their categorization?
I think it depends on what they're offering. ER versus urgent care. I'm working at urgent care. I'm not in the business meetings, and I'm not a business person, but I know there is an oversight committee, American Society of Urgent Care, something like that. But they come and they inspect and they make sure that they tick off all the things that need to be there for the bare basics for urgent care. Emergency room has way more oversight, way more things that they have to offer, because potentially life-threatening things are coming in. So again, CAT scans, ultrasounds, availability of specialists. So it's way more things on their checklist versus an urgent care.
I would say some of it is driven too by the insurance companies, let's say, because the insurance companies, before they pay those higher prices, are going to want to know that that facility meets the criteria for being an emergency.
Let's do one more question, and then we'll
Compared to what Richard was talking about, does the urgent care facility take Medicare?
Yeah, it depends on the facility, but in general, yes. I know ours does. I work at Next Level Urgent Care. There's 8 locations around town, but I can only speak for us. But in general, speaking to other places, other doctors, if you have Medicare, you should be fine. But you might want to call ahead. And that's it.
All right. Let's thank Will.
Thanks, guys. And I'll put up my information and Richard's information probably on the Facebook as our cell numbers, and you can text us anytime. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks so much for a really informative community moment.